cash.
Finding a place and locking them in. WNBA is about to begin. Gotta trust the process if you wanna win, cause Just Cash is back. You better tell your friends when Angel Reese walks in a bar with Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. These bookies don't know where to start. We be killing them all, tearing them apart. They can't mess with us, they can't mess with you. And I'm never gonna cuss cause I love you too. Hit thumbs up if you want good luck. Girls thinking that we fresh and they wanna We be winning the bets and they be rolling up. By far we the best, you ain't good enough. Ain't a damn thing funny, man, you know what's up. You wanna win some money, it's time to lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in.
It's a flagrant foul. It's a hard
Lock in, bruh.
Here we got another.
Lock in.
Yo, what's going on, fam?
Hey! So,
Hey, good. What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Coming at you with a little solo game action on this Taco Tuesday. It's just Cash, joined Underrated. It's good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Got my mic hooked up right today. Hopefully you can hear me. And, oh, good. We got the crowd in the background cheering us on. Everyone's happy. They've been winning. 8-4 yesterday. I mean, not bad. Mabry got us. I would have been a lot happier if Mabry would have just Mabry'd and stayed under. But it is what it is. It's called betting for a reason. It's not easy. We're still making it work. Up 2 units. Can't be too mad, man. Can't be too mad.
Yeah, so let's just kind of dissect yesterday since we got plenty of time today. Just one game tonight. We do have four tomorrow, and like we are getting a couple props rolling in, as well as some injury news. Just kind of sidebar here real fast. Natasha Mack is questionable for tomorrow, and McConney is going to be out for Phoenix as well. So things could be a little bit shakier down low as far as paint presence and whatnot, but would probably increase more use for ATG just overall, especially in rebounding. And I would imagine they'll probably end up starting Warner if they had to. But we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So, a lot of positives, a few just unfortunate negatives. Mabry being the biggest thing, and Atlanta, man, they did us dirty twice, 2 games in a row. So this is kind of the weird function that we're having right now with the WNBA, where blowout scripts do not matter. I mean, game can be a blowout, does not matter. And we saw this in two back-to-back games now with Atlanta specifically. So the last time when we needed Gray and Canada to stay under, they were up 20 in a blowout, and coach just left them out there the entire game, like no problem. And then last night we had can you turn that music down just a touch? I don't know what it is with that. Just that one part of the song, it gets unbelievably loud, and then it kind of fades down.
Hey, they said there was an echo on your voice, so I had to put this stupid echo cancellation back on. So hopefully, let me know, guys, if you can hear me now, too, and if I sound decent. Sorry about this. We're trying to figure it all out. But let me know if you hear me and everything's good now. I know you're good, so let's go. My bad. Music back to the spot. Let's get it.
All right. Yeah, so, I mean, with Atlanta, just unfortunate yesterday. They ended up blowing several 18 to 20 point leads. And coach, flipped the script on us. He had where the bench ended up playing extended minutes. They gave up the lead in both occasions that happened. And then that left the door open for Toronto to keep playing. So we were looking great at half. Unfortunate fourth quarter, to say the least. And then Enrique was the other stinker. Ended up getting assisted back-to-back broken plays, and then doesn't play basically the entire second half and ends with 4. So that did stink, but everything else pretty straightforward. Angel Reese will live with that. She just got into foul trouble, couldn't get her shots up. But other than that, 8-4, not mad. Still making some units. We'll take that dub to start the week out, and we got a couple plays for y'all today as well. So let's talk about that. And before we do, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button down below. Help support the channel as always. If you're new here, turn the subscriptions on, hit the noties, And check out our Discord. Still running 7-day free trial for that. We got month-long, week-long, and season-long, so don't miss out. All right. Do not. And if you guys got any comments, questions, make sure to throw them down below. We'll get to them. We should have plenty of time today. We're probably just going to talk here for a little bit as far as plays for tonight, and then we'll open the floor up and just kind of hang out for a little bit and see what you guys got. But let's run that like button up. Come on now. We can do a little bit better than that.
I had the audio all messed up, so they didn't want to hit the like button. I wouldn't either.
We're good now? Everything A-okay?
I don't know. Q-Doggy says I sound quiet now, so hopefully I sound okay now. But let us know, guys. Sorry about that. We're trying to figure this out with you. I should have ran a little test before we got on here, but nevertheless, here we go.
Yeah. All right. Let's hop into it. Let's talk about big Chelsea Gray. I kind of want to talk about her and Jackie Young in the same breath here if we can. But let's look at Gray first. Looking at these 5.5 assists, it is an alt line, and I will say, for all argument's sake, I don't mind the 6.5 either. 7 flat on Prizepicks, I'm probably good on that. But she's looked back to her normal self. You know, we did not see much of this last season with her. Really, that injury and coming back was working her way through it. But closed the season out looking pretty normal. Now with her this season, a lot more different of a story. She has been the point guard that we know and love, and even more so with Kennedy Carter being out. So far this season, she has not missed this line in any of the games without Carter. So we're seeing that extra minutes, a little extra usage with the second unit. We know Jewel Lloyd's not going to play makes, so the team breakdown is mostly just between Gray here, Jackie Young, and then sprinkling Asia on the back end there. But I love this spot. We're still getting this at a pretty solid payout. We're me taking a few alt lines today. It's a 1-game slate, so nothing crazy tonight, fam. Nothing too crazy, but this one very much so deserves some kind of exposure. And we did actually post a slip with Chelsea Gray on Prizepicks and the the Brianna Stewart taco. So if you guys want to pair that up, we ran that behind the scenes for y'all as well. But I do like this. I think the matchup is totally fine. New York, very susceptible to the 3-point shooting. And same thing for both sides to be said. But great. I mean, the massive usage rating. Love these potentials we're seeing from. And so far this season, this is what we missed out on last year. And I think things continue to play out like this. And for this game, you know, yes, it's not the tournament play. The teams are going to be playing in a week from now for the championship. I still think we get a solid preview here. Vegas, they would very much so like to stay in the winning column as much as possible and further them a little bit away from New York. Because New York been, you know, we've had some sketchy games in the mix there, but both of these teams playing phenomenal over the last month now. And I'm excited. Should be a good game. Should be a fairly close one. I mean, I don't see any reason why either of these teams should be in a position for a blowout. But all in all, love this prop. It's been 100% with Carter out, and I don't see any reason for things to change here. So we got that in for the first spot.
Yeah, dude.
And then the other one, just to talk about, just also to kind of pick your brain with, I was looking at Jackie Young, her 14.5 alt. Still pretty easy to parlay with. I mean, easy with anything. But with no Carter out, we only saw the one blemish here against Dallas. They ended up being blown out by 30 as well. So kind of take that into consideration. The whole team was playing really bad. And every other game, though, I mean, we're talking about some superstar Jackie Young. And I don't even mind the 17.5 points, to be honest. But this 15 plus looked really, really strong. I know we're taking some overs, but still, this one I think at least warrants some kind of conversation.
I mean, she's been balling. Can't deny it.
She has.
I mean, she started the season terrible, as we know. She had something going on with her family. Then she came back, bro. We actually finally tried to take her under. Then she came back and went crazy, and she's gone crazy ever since. What's that one game with that little red bar in there?
This one?
Yeah, what's that? Who's that?
Yeah, that was that Dallas game we were just talking about.
Dallas. I was trying to mess with this sound, sorry. I mean, I don't mind it, bro. She's been on fire. I don't see why she would stop. Why would she not get 15?
If she just goes out and has a really bad game, I would be hard pressed to think this game stays close and she doesn't have 15 points. If it's a blowout, then obviously all bets are off the table. It is what it is. But in a close game, most of their close games have been really just in large part to her scoring. And we already know the 3-point matchup is going to be there. She doesn't necessarily have to get many free throws. I think that kind of comes and goes. It's not really something that she's basing most of her scoring off, because you can see in these more recent games, or let's just say the games without Carter, for example, like this one, 0 free throws, 21 points, 3 free throws, 20 points. So it's not something she necessarily has to have. And both of these teams, for that matter, are very, very low free throw volume shooters. So looking more for the 3-point looks here, both her, Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, any of the trio players. I think they're just going to need Jackie Young more today for this particular matchup. And even though Gray can probably be just as serviceable of a 3-point shooter, they're just going to Jackie. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, her 3-point volume just keeps going up and up. And I think that she just has to be that 3-point, designated 3-point shooter for the team. So maybe do an official, but I don't know, man. That 14.5 was looking real strong.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, actually. She has been balling. It's just another one of those ones, It's an alt. We've been here before, right? We've been here a million times before. It's an alt over. It doesn't feel great, but with one game slate, if you want some action, I don't hate it. Don't love it, but it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say with this type of play, man. It sucks because a lot of times people like these all overs, and personally, they just seem so tough, man, when we're betting on WNBA.
It can be a little bit, frustrating, especially because, for our forte, we try and target a lot more unders when possible. A little bit difficult to do that here. In Vegas, I think you and I also are just on we cannot take unders on this team anymore. They're too good. I mean, this team is too good. And they're kind of short-staffed right now, too. I mean, Becky's playing a real tight rotation with them. If it's a close game, you're talking, 9 players seeing the floor, probably at least 4 players playing well over 30 minutes, and then Talbot kind of just out there doing whatever with whoever's in the backups.
Yeah. I don't know.
It might make the list. We'll see.
I think it's just one of those plays where we feel like we need action because there's only one game and we're so used to just having plays all day. So I don't know.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, keep it light today though. Keep it light.
Yeah, I think we just chill, and our mind has been so into props every single day. I almost feel like this could be the day to just be like, nah, let's just play our couple and not push it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Not losing is also winning.
Right.
Long-term betting, we're not here for degeneracy and just trying to get something to sweat in the game. If you want to do that, to each their own. I do that as well. I'll be the first to admit I definitely like to play stuff when possible, but be realistic with the units. It's just one game. It's not like we're getting a ton of value here either.
Yeah. I mean, we have a couple of decent plays, so no need to toss more in. That's my feel of it.
Yeah, I'm with it. Well, let's keep going. Let's talk about Sabrina and a fantasy under, and a player who you and I think the world kind of is in favor of thinking that she's just not 100% right now. There was a reason why she missed about a month's time between that first game that she came back in on the 14th of this month against Washington. She does not look the same. I mean, I don't think there's any debate about that. Her scoring looks very awkward. She's not taking nearly the same 3-point attempts. And for most of the games, too, she really just hangs out on the 3-point line. Like, she's not trying to slash. She's not trying to get to the free throw line. The playmaking also kind of continues to go down for her. I know that was something that you brought up of a point of interest. They're just trying to work her back into the team, and it's been a rough go of it. SCA's been playing phenomenal for them. It's hard to overlook that. We also saw this last game, Satu finally getting to the starter role that she deserves. So there's a lot of moving parts here for New York, and For Sabrina, last game we saw Coach. She had no problem in a very competitive game, which also, mind you, the Sparks were top 3 everything Sabrina could possibly do. Like, we could not have had a better matchup for her to do something in. And the fact that Coach only played her 22 minutes, I think, is still very telling. She's not back. This is not the same player that we're used to. She was very lucky that first game to snap off scoring wise, and then not like the matchup's going to be a lot easier. Whoever ends up guarding her, whether that be Gray or Young on the other side, it's not like she's just going to get free looks at the basket either. So I'm thinking we just got to do it until she shows up or we see her actually play more meaningful minutes. Even the 30 minutes against Washington, I mean, one, she was a massive liability on defense. Citron absolutely cooked her ass the entire game. And even Georgia. I mean, Georgia had 7 assists.
Man, Georgia's been balling
in like 3. Yeah, I mean, she was just absolutely cooking her like it was nothing. So I think the coach honestly just had their fill of it this last game and had to put her on the bench. Yeah, Georgia went for 10-0 and 8. Crazy game from her. So personally, I don't think she's 100%. Satu being in there also is going to be a massive usage hit overall. We saw her with 7 assists this last game. She's been one of their more dominant and consistent 3-point shooters. It's tough, but we got to do it. We got to do it until we see her be really the normal, or at least a glimpse of what we saw this first game. I got to do it, man. You're going to have to show me that.
Yeah, and if fantasy's the one that we want to ride with, I have a little on the under assists already. Fantasy works 2 different ways. It's like you said, man, we just got to do it until she shows us. We won't put a lot on it today. I think today, like Ayo said, he said, play it light, keep it tight. That's the name of today. Only one game, tough matchup for both teams. I mean, it should be a good game, but the lines feel tight. There's nothing crazy standing out to put a lot of money on, so I say ride her fantasy under, throw a little on her assist under if you want to. Just keep it small and enjoy the game, really. It's 2 good teams.
Yeah. More of a rest and relaxation, if you will. But nonetheless, it should be a good game, so I think we'll all be kind of excited to see what the outcome is and getting a preview of that tournament play, too.
How far of the season are we done? Quarter or more?
Let's see. I mean, we're at least a quarter of the way through now, but let me see what the actual games are. What are your numbers? So they played 16 games this season. There's 44 games total in the regular season.
Okay, so about a third, a little more than a third. Okay, all righty. We got some time to get our units up to 100.
Oh yeah. No, we got robbed from some of the more recent stuff that we should have an insane day off of. But the betting gods know that we are due for a sweep, so it's going to happen much sooner than later. All right, let's keep going, though. Let's talk about Satu and then, Courtney Williams. So tomorrow's stuff looks pretty straightforward. We literally just saw the Washington and Minnesota matchup. It is in Washington this time. And then the other game is the rematch in Indiana with Phoenix and Indiana. So we've already talked about those ad nauseum. Most of the props for the Minnesota side of things really got their value taken away from what we had this last game to work with. Courtney Williams, though, 4.5 assists. This is something that we've just kind of played every time it's been available. So I do like that one. The potentials have been really low. She had three this last game.
Big Courtney, I think she had 6 or 7.
Yeah. 6. Okay, well, a little bit more than that, but I think that also came due to the fact that they were not expecting to play Olivia Miles in the off-ball situation, because the first half, Olivia was the dominant point guard, and then they started playing her more off and trying to set screens for her, not just having them swarm her at half court to really put a lot of pressure on her. So we could see that here, but I think that actually works out even better, because you look at the team or the players for Minnesota, and they really spread the ball out a lot. I mean, they had several players that got a few assists here and there, but there was a ton of secondary passes. And if they're going to run that same style of the pick and roll where you have said player run the pick, they pass it to them, and they kick it out. Well, I mean, that's 3 different hands that the play is going to run through at one time. And if we see that happen again this game, which I get the feeling we will, everybody on this team is going to struggle to get their assist rating. I mean, Miles got super lucky to even come close to hers because she had, 4 in their first quarter? Yeah. So I just don't see it. I love the line for that.
Yeah, they totally switched up on Miles after she got that first quarter. They made adjustments and covered her completely different. But as far as potential, she had 8 last game, 6 the game before, 7 the game before, 7 the game before, 8 the game before, 4 the game before. So she's not even getting to the 10 that we'd be worried about. So she could get lucky and beat us for sure, but definitely worth a play. Good chance she doesn't get 5.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a totally fine play. We played it in many situations like that. And Washington, credit for them. They've been one of the teams that we kind of pick on for the assist under spot too. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's keep it going because I know Satu was a fairly popular play in a couple different aspects. We ended up landing with a 14.5 PR, mostly just to play it a little bit safer, but also Underdog was offering really good odds for it. The rebound one, 3.5. I know that was a fairly popular play and topic of discussion, which I do still like. Like, don't get me wrong. If we're talking about Satu from last year, this would have been an unbelievable smash play. But a couple of different things. You gotta take in consideration that this is a totally different outlook from where she was at last season to this season for a variety of reasons. Now, we know with New York, it's going to be JJ, it's going to be Stewart. We're going to have Han in the rotation. Plus, for her, she's taking a lot more 3-point attempts this season, so working on the wing, trying to operate there offensively. Defensively, though, I think the rebounds might be a little bit more sporadic because, well, again, with those 2 bigs who, I mean, truthfully, that's all they've been really doing is just soaking up all the rebounds. SCA's have been kind of a thorn in the side for that too, and Phoebish for that matter. So she's just not having to. The rebounds might fall, where they may, but looking at her from last year, you have to also consider the fact that this entire period right here, this is all without Natasha Mack. This is all production without their starting center. And what happened with that is AT ended up moving down to the 5. Satu moved down to the 4, played a little bit back and forth between her and Bonner. So it really stacked up a lot of her early production in the season. And even down the stretch here, Mack was not playing real minutes. Mack played 2 minutes in the last game of the season. She played 10 minutes in the game before that. She did not play over 30 minutes one time last season, so very different by comparison looking at who she's playing alongside now. We know Stewart is playing over 30 minutes. We know JJ is playing over 30 minutes. And look at the players on, say, even, for example, on Phoenix, who their small forward is. With Mack being now as an actual center, they're not seeing a ton of rebounds there. So I say all that mostly just in consideration for don't put too much stock in the over rebound play. We did snipe this when it was at plus money on parlay, so that was kind of sweet. But I do think there's a lot more interest in the scoring upside for her, especially from 3. Now, this 3-point attempt prop, I get a feeling is probably going to end up bumping for her, but at least so we can kind of talk about it now. Her 5 3-point attempts on Prizepicks. It's only on Prizepicks currently, but yeah, she gave them the business last season with that. Did not miss one time. We had one push there. Played really, really well for them. And this is something that this is a New York strategy. Their top 3, they were number 1 and number 2 last season all year long in 3-point attempts per game. And Vegas, one weakness that they have right now is they're giving up a ton of 3-point looks. So you look at both of these teams for that matter, but Vegas more so, they're giving up the 3rd most threes. Not quite as bad as Phoenix and Minnesota, but we just played Caitlin Clark against Phoenix, so very easy comparison here, something like that. The volume or the potential for volume should be there for us. And she's going to have Talbot on her too this game, which personally I think she's going to absolutely cook her. But Talbot is a reasonable defender. They'll split some time between her and Lloyd or whoever off the bench. But that the 3s attempted also looked like a really strong play for her, because this is something she's been doing since coming back, and now having the actual spot start this last game, you got to assume she's probably going to play closer to, we'll say, like 28 minutes. She could even play 30 minutes for that matter. But if those minutes keep going up, I mean, this is going to look eerily similar to what we saw from her last season. And I know, at least on Outlier, they counted as a loss for the push. But let's just say the 4.5, I mean, we're 70% almost on the season. So this is not something that is out of her game. I mean, she's a great three-point shooter. And I think it also fits the bill for what New York is trying to do, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you like the three-point attempts, you were talking rebounds before. What you thinking? What's your fave?
Well, on Underdog, for the payout we're getting on the alts, that one, I love that one. Still, I think it has the most upside. But on Prizepicks, if you're kind of priced into that, the fact that they only had, or this was the only place that had these threes attempted, I love it at 5. I will not like it quite. I will not love it nearly as much when it goes to 5.5. And I say when because it will most certainly get bumped. This is the only prop that she's getting any kind of heat on. It's a good one, but a real good chance that this could end up bumping here.
Alrighty. So we going 14.5 PR official on Underdog. All right, I'm with it. And we'll just kind of watch the 5 3-point attempts. If it works, it works. But it's not official. That's how you want to run it?
Yeah, I think so, man. Less is more today. Play the personal stuff, dabble, do whatever with the stuff that's on your radar. We're mostly just going to be looking at live stuff here and then looking ahead for tomorrow.
All right, I'm cool with it. Chill day. Smoking a joint. La 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 la. Enjoying the sun. La 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 la. All good.
Well, before we open it up to the floor, we got a little bit more injury news just rolling in. So Carla, ankle questionable for tomorrow, and Carly Samuelson also questionable for tomorrow. Carla being out could be something interesting.
Big Carly. All right, you want me to run through the hellos and the shitty chat?
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Let's see what the people are on.
I like this part. This is fun. My friends. First we have Jermaine. He says, let's go, my guys. Ready to smash this one game and get some vacation bread.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Jermaine? 3 times with the positivity yet again. What up, everyone? Smiley face. Happy Tuesday. Good luck. I like it. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to everybody. Jermaine also says, you guys need a Hall of Fame ceremony. And I didn't know what that meant. So I asked him. And then he said, you guys are the most consistent content on YouTube? Hands down, better than any other show? Goats? #goats?
Thank you. Hey, we'd love to hear that. And hopefully that's, everybody might not think that we're the GOATs, but we're doing our best here. And I think we're really trying to, teach everybody just as much as we're learning stuff, because it's one thing for people to just kind of get on here and be like, all right, here's my plays, just play them. But actually being able to, grow our community here with as much knowledge as we can. Because, shout out to Big John. He was the one that brought up that the Sably discrepancy in the rebounds initially. And we've had a lot of people in here that are extremely sharp. And, it doesn't have to just necessarily be the one list, the one thing. I love hearing a good community play or having a community sweat. Yeah.
Got to shout out Starfall. He finds a lot of those nice little plays on Underdog. They've been smacking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody, if you got any plays, throw them in the chat. We got plenty of time today to talk through them and just kick it today because only one game. And it's late, too. So we're chilling. Ashby Decor, what up? He says, I'm up 48 yesterday, killing the 3-way money line parlays and hit the Connecticut Sun 26-win margin as well as the OT in the Sky game. There you go. Congratulations.
Love to hear it. Hell yeah.
All right. And then people in the chat helped us work out the echo. Appreciate you guys. Now we're sounding good, it sounds like, so that's good. Jermaine says Atlanta rotation is weird playing starters in a blowout. Bro, these coaches in these blowouts and leaving players in or not, you never know, man. It's weird. I do want to sit down one day and be like, all right, which coaches do pull their players more and figure that out? It's something I'm sure we could get a little better at. But, yeah, something interesting. Atlanta definitely did that to us the other day. Stanley Williams says, what up, though?
What up, though? What up?
What up, though? Okay, let's see what else we got. Jason Graham says Okot went crazy.
Yeah, she did. Hey, bro, she might be one of my new favorite players.
Yeah?
She's from I think South Africa. Extremely humble, like such a sweetheart. And just seeing her in the interview yesterday, at half, I might have fallen in love. I think she has a extremely bright future in the WNBA.
All right, sounds good. Khadijah's here. What's up, gang? She says, "What's up, gang?"
What up? What up?
Fear Nothing said, "When is Angel Reese not in foul trouble?"
Something about her and Izzy, man. Izzy was just in her head again yesterday. And I mean, in all fairness, we saw Angel really struggle in that first half the last time they played. So something about maybe that matchup that Izzy's just, going to be that thorn in the side. She had all the chances in the world. I mean, let's not kid ourselves about that. The volume is there. The rebounds were a little slow at first, but she ended up picking that up. But yeah, the fouls, she got to stop that. Offensive fouls especially, can't be doing that.
Yeah, I still think we go back to her in the right spots. She's doing pretty good this year. Can't deny. I mean, she has her funny, little layups that she shoots over the rim. I mean, over the backboard and all kinds of weird shit. But I mean, overall, she's doing pretty good. We can't hate too hard. 73 watching, 35 likes. If you haven't hit the like yet, guys, please hit the like for us. It'll get us some more people in here. We'll get the algorithm moving and all that fun stuff. So please hit the like for us if you haven't. Jermaine says, "What about Stewie Fantasy?"
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Stewie's not too bad. Good chance you'll probably pick up a Nalissa Smith here as far as on-court coverage. And same thing on the other side. Now, we are putting a little bit more interest in her block and steal upside because, again, both of these teams, very low free throw metrics. So Stewie and Asia alike have a little bit of struggle historically in these matchups. And since we're kind of talking about it anyways, we'll bring up both of these players. I know we said we wouldn't go under on Vegas players, but man, Asia would definitely be one in consideration.
You're going to go on under today?
Maybe. I might have to do it on at least a personal slip, but still.
Big Two wants to do it. He's going to be in there today. Asia under. Live. Under Asia. I can already tell. He's ready.
Yeah. So I like everything on the surface. Mostly, again, we just need the blocks and steals to continue to be there. I mean, that is carrying a fair amount of weight on some of her props. The free throws might be a struggle, but I would say she has the better on-court matchup scoring-wise overall. So as far as comparison between her and JJ, I do like that of, the two options. I cannot foresee Brianna Stewart ever being in foul trouble. I mean, that's just not a thing of hers, to be honest. But scoring-wise, might be a little bit tougher. Bookies kind of seem like they're onto it. I mean, she's juiced for the under. She was even 19.5 on some sites. It's crazy. I think it's fine, just at least for the high-powered and pace-up spot we kind of get here. No turnovers, no blowouts. I think it's fine.
All right. Then he goes on to say, will JJ struggle tonight? Will Jonquel Jones have issues?
Oh, she definitely could. Now, with her, she's been a lot better at the three-point shooting. That's something that we've been talking about quite a bit. Also, sidebar, her three-point attempts, I would say, are also live for this game at 4.5.
Let me catch you. Let me stop you real quick because the next one was Stanley Williams says, what do you think about Jonquel's three-point made? So there you go.
Now, the made and the attempts are quite a bit different here. I do like the made. Don't get me wrong. She's been hitting her marks, looked really, really solid in these last couple of games, but I don't think she's hit any of the made without the attempts. Yeah, so one is not happening currently without the other. In the two little blemishes here, you can see at least we had the attempts a lot closer than the actual mades. If I had to pick between the two of them, I don't mind the made if you know that's the only prop that you have available for, but these attempts look a lot better there. Now, with all that being said, as far as what the actual scoring output looks like, might be a little bit hit or miss. Let me look back to 2024, because last season, surprisingly, I can't believe they only played twice. There's no way that's right. Is that for real? They only played 3 times last season? Okay. All right, let's bring up both these players and see what happens. Ironically, Stewie missed 1 game, and then JJ missed 1 game. So they only had 1 game together, and that was the very beginning of the season. Looks like Stewart snapped off, went for 25, 8, and 3, had 1 block. And then JJ, she got a handful of free throws, 17, 10, and 6. All right, well, I mean, hey, historically, looks like both of them can easily get there. JJ, I don't know if I'm necessarily quite as sold about her, because she is going to be dealing with Asia tonight. You know how that goes.
Oof. Stuff.
The attempts, though, those attempts, I think that one also looked very promising between the two of them. Take this to the bank. I will guarantee one of Sabali or JJ is hitting that.
Right, Nut?
Yes. One of these, if not both, are hitting these lines today.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. One of these lines. Sounds good. Ayo says, love y'all and this freaking show.
Love you too, big dog.
Ayo, we might love you.
Here.
We might love you so much that we just can't contain ourselves. He says, Ayo, underrated beats. He says, E-Money Goats. Q Donkey helped me through with the sound. He said, everything sounds good now. Thank you, sir, for letting me know. Had a little issue there, but we're good now. Khadijah's back. She says, oh, and she comes with the rebounds. She comes with the rebound props, I've been noticing. And FOM came through yesterday. Man, that Seattle team looking good with their young bigs. Even Flage looking good. I digress. Yes.
On that note, I told y'all, I said don't mess with Dom unders and Fam unders. Power forwards in the center is just feasting against Dallas.
Yeah, been like that all season. Seemed like it started like that at the beginning and kind of evened out. Now it's back to go against Dallas down low. But yeah, man, Malonga looked crazy. Fom looked crazy too. She just stands there and hits those threes like, phew. That was crazy. I was like, okay.
And you would not have known this going into half, but she had 4 points going into half. The bookies had her line still at 10.5 for the full game prop, and it was like crazy plus money. It was like plus 115 or something like that. And then she ends the game with 18 points or something. She had 15 in regulation. I mean, she might be low-key the second half little goat for us.
Who's that, Big Fom?
Yes. She is turning up in the second half, man.
Her threes are so on, it's crazy. She just stands there and just shoots it right away. They throw it to her, she says, boop. She's super quick. Like, is this a normal 19-year-old that's 6 foot? What is she, 6'4"?
She just turned 20, thank you. And that girl got motion.
Okay, all right, hold on. I'll let you tell it, E. Okay. Khadijah says Satu over 11.5 points alt line. Now, we like her alt PR. We like getting her rebounds in there just because they're kind of low. Me personally, because she's going to get hopefully more minutes like she did last time and she started. I like adding more than just the points. Just me, but what do you think?
Yeah, so what are we actually getting for payout-wise? A 2.2. That was, I believe, the same payout for the PR. So, I mean, if you want to play it, it's the same reason we're kind of playing the PR to begin with. Maybe pivot to the PR or even the PA for that matter. You know, again, 7 assists last game is nothing to sleep on. Yeah. I think it's a fine prop, honestly. But for the payouts, you might be able to squeeze in something that, you know, is equal to or better than.
Okay. Kate Barton says, Bree, Stewie, PRA or RA?
Ooh, now Stewie RA is an interesting one. I mean, she's obviously been killing the glass, but also with the struggles from Sabrina, her assist rating has been really solid in these last couple of games here. I mean, I do like that. We saw this be a consistent thing for her last season too. The rebounding, can be a bit more hit or miss, just matchup wise. Against Vegas, last season really struggled to get over this marker. She's been kind of a different player this season, so maybe there's a nice common ground here where, let's say, she's averaging right around 8 flat. The stuff we're seeing so far this season, I think it is nice, but take it with a little bit of caution, though, mostly just because of the two variables that we have right now. One of them being Satu moving into a starter position. We know she's a capable rebounder that is going to be handing the cookie jar. Also with the assist. And then you're looking at when does Sabrina actually get back to normal? Where's that cutoff going to happen at? Because she's going to take away the assist from Stewie. I mean, that is a direct one-on-one thing that we have targeted and seen all season long. The rebounding honestly is just going to be is what it is. Either she gets there or she doesn't. I would not play the 8.5 personally. I would take the 7.5 and just eat the slight payout difference, but not the 8.5. I think it's still a fine play. Nonetheless, with that all being said, just know there's a couple moving parts here with the team.
Dokie yokie. P. Murph, what's happening? He says, I like Sabrina and Young over 3.5 rebounds today. What do y'all think? Sabrina and Young. Sabrina and Jackie. 3.5 boards.
Yeah, not super in love with it right now. I know obviously she played really well against them last season, but different minutes, different situation. It's an okay play. We just haven't really seen her crash in the glass that much. She's not going to be asked to do that, especially if she's hurt. These are strictly just random rebounds that are bouncing to her. They have way too many capable rebounders on this team, and I would argue she's probably a distant number 5 on the starters. And then if we're talking about the 7 players in rotation, tied for number 7, she's in the back of the bus with Johannes there as far as rebound rating.
And then Jackie's
a fun play. Now Jackie is definitely somebody who I foresee being a little bit more active this game. Now the rebounding, yes, kind of sporadic throughout the season, but historically not too shabby. Cleared this in every game against them last year as well. With Carter being out, it really hasn't made much of a difference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we've actually gotten worse somehow with Carter out. So this could be looking at Lloyd maybe picking up a couple rebounds extra there off the bench, or coach just continues to play Nalissa Smith really heavy minutes. So it's not a bad play. I like what we've seen so far this season. Maybe not the best matchup. Neither one of these teams are high marks for rebounds. At all. We'll just kind of put that in perspective. So New York's given up the 3rd least rebounds per game. Defensive rebounds, they are 5th least. And then Vegas is just kind of right at the bottom middle here. Is that 7th least? Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing too crazy. There's no upside on paper, at least for that.
All right. So sounds like a pass for us, but if you decide to play it, good luck. Always play, what you're feeling, because we're just giving you our advice, and definitely doesn't mean play it or not play it, but yeah, a little bit scary personally, sounds like. Run Up says, I feel like Nalissa Smith in a smash spot for 10.5 points if the defense focus in on Asia. So Run Up's thinking Nalissa will get some volume here shooting with everybody focusing on Asia. What do you think about her 10.5 points?
It's still pretty low. She's been quite a different player this season, and I think a lot of people also forget that she was a top draft pick for Indy back in the day as well. I don't know if I would necessarily say this is an easier matchup, because she's still going to be dealing with Stewie and getting a little bit of help coverage. She only operates strictly under the basket. She has no range whatsoever. The free throw stuff is not going to be there. At best, probably looking at 2 free throws this game. I do like the minutes, though. The minutes that we're getting, at least, especially with Carter being out, we've seen a couple stinkers here in the mix, but also a couple really spiked performances. So she can't do it. Everything on paper is going to be saying, hey, your usage is going to have to be slightly higher today, but are those actually converting to buckets? I don't know. It's a fine play, though. For one game slate, yeah, totally fine play.
Well, stay right on her. Next question is Nalissa over 5.5 rebounds, or is the alt 4.5 feel better? But she says the alts are poo-poo.
Yeah, I'd stick with the 5.5 if you're going to play it. I mean, she's either getting over 5 or she's staying under it. This is something that the bookies especially just keep teetering back and forth with, depending on whatever the last 5 looks. So she is coming off of a game where underperformance and back-to-backs, she was at 6.5 the last game, 6.5 the one before that. We actually, I believe, went under in the one before that. Now, last game was just bad play, no excuse there. I like it, though. She is going to be picking up Stewie. We know Stewie does not have a three-point shot, so she's going to operate in that mid-range and down low. The only thing that I would say could backfire is if Vegas switches up a few of their defensive assignments and they say, for example, putting Alyssa Smith defending JJ, and then if that moves Asia over to Stewie, then we might be sweating a little bit there because she's going to be at the top of the key hanging out with JJ, and I don't know necessarily how many rebounds you're going to pick up from that. So assuming Becky does the same thing that they did last season, I would guess that should be, normal things happening here. But just keep in mind, if that happens, that'll be from that reason.
Okie doke. Kay Barton says Asia assists. He must be saying over the 3.5 assists, I am thinking, and we've tried to go under that a few times. It hasn't really worked too good. So what do you think about the over?
Yeah, it's, another one you just kind of go back to looking at last season, a little bit back and forth here. They played Asia tough. Extremely tough. They basically ran the same strategy against her most of the times that they square off. Can she do it? Sure. It would make more sense being able to attack New York from the three-point line, but her potential's kind of all over the place. I don't know if I necessarily trust this.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
3.5 is high. 3.5 was one that we kept playing the under on, so
yeah.
Now,
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, 2.5. That's a bit of a different story. That I like very much. Totally fine. 3.5, bit of a different story.
Yeah. Okay. AO says, go Mystics, go. Go, Mystics, go. All right.
Oh, real fast, since we're talking about this, I did see Prizepicks, for whatever reason, has Citron at 14.5 points. I know it's Minnesota, but, bro, she's been on a whole different level this season, and she was even 16.5 points last game, so I'm just kind of curious and head-scratching, why did she bump down again?
Probably just the matchup. I feel like they're going to come back pissed off that they just lost that game, so thinking bookies might think that same thing, and so they're just putting everyone a little low on Washington. But yeah,
bro, that's extremely low. That's super low.
It is for Big Sonia. I see you over there thinking, Sonia official. I see it in your mind.
Well, we'll think about it. I'll mull over it for a little bit.
I do want to say, though, if anyone was here yesterday and you guys got in some of that Nelson Adota live little find we had, 4.5 rebounds, if you guys got that, oh my goodness. She ended with 15 rebounds? That was just so fun.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that we had that news break live for us. Yeah, that was awesome. And we ran it with the gray on Prizepicks, and then I know I played probably more than I should have, but yeah, that was phenomenal.
Not the gray, the Canada, you mean?
Canada, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that was a smash. Okay. This is fun that we're not rushing too much. We do have a lot of questions to get to. My bad, guys. This joint is nice. Zoe says, Jewel Lloyd, 8.5 points. Ooh, betting on Jewel these days. She has been better, and Carter is out.
Yeah, most of it's really just coming from the threes. Personally, I would just take the threes over the actual points. We're not looking at any free throw upside for her. And truthfully, she's not trying to slash to the basket. She is picking up a better role now with Carter not being in the game. We're still seeing a couple stinkers along the way, but I believe there's not been a single game currently that she's had one without the other. Double check. Yeah, so we lose out on some hit rating here. Yeah, I'd roll with the threes, if anything, honestly.
Okay. And then he also says Chelsea Gray 6.5 assists. And we're on our 5.5 to be safe, but I'm sure you don't mind the 6.5.
Yeah, the 6.5, totally acceptable.
Yeah, she's been getting there. Lots of potentials. Cordero says, what's up, bro? He says, Sabrina had definitely been off lately. I like her unders. Yeah, she hasn't shown us anything, so we just know who she can be, so it's a little scary. It's kind of like, when is she going to actually be balling again? So I'd say just put a little on her unders today, and can't go too big, because if she decides to be her, those lines are low. Zoe says, Sabrina is banned on my parlay. Never again. Yeah, man. She got me the other day, too, doing nothing. Q Donkey says, do you like Cardoso PR tomorrow? Big Cardoso! She actually shows up sometimes, but sometimes you feel dumb taking her over. That's how I feel. I get scared. What's the matchup look like, though?
It's going up against Portland. I mean, it's an okay matchup, nothing too crazy. The first game, she snapped off against them, but that was also with no Cloud, no Stevens, and no Westbelt for that matter. She just came back to the last game. Cardos has been probably one of the personal biggest disappointments so far this season. Her also seeing quite a bit of line movement now. I mean, yeah, she popped off these last 2 games, but I just don't know if I trust her. I don't know if it's I don't trust her or I just don't trust this team. I mean, for one, how do you get blown out by Connecticut, lose by 29 points? Like, are we so serious right now? This team had so much hype going into the season, and then that happens. It's just hard to put your stock into it, honestly. It's a decent spot, yes, but I just don't trust this team, man.
All right, there you go. There you have it.
Pass.
Jermaine says, what about Astier's assists at 3.5 Red Demon on Prizepicks?
Yeah, let's give her a look, see what she did this last game. Now, the potential is definitely evening out. We're not going to have the same spike as her as a starter, but this is mostly just going to hinge on what does Sabrina do. So keep in mind, Sabrina played 30 minutes here in the Washington game, Sabrina played 30 minutes here in this Washington game. She did absolutely nothing, only 4 potentials. Sabrina did not play meaningful minutes this last game. Potentials came up to 6, which, I mean, I think is probably about normal for her, maybe in the 6-7 range, if you will. She's going to take a hit as soon as Sabrina plays, so I think it is a fine play to roll the dice on for a plus money play. The 2.5 will be a lot better. Oh, the 2.5 is way better. Yeah, I'd play the 2.5. The 3.5, I don't know if I would mess with that.
Okie dokie. The Gale is here. He says Commish Cup Championship preview is today. Yeah, should be a good one, man. Should be a good one. All right, we're at 75 watching, 47 likes. Guys, can we run up these likes? We got to get to 69 likes. It's our good luck number. And if we can get to 69, I think it'll be good luck for everybody. 69 is always a good luck thing. Bath B-Boy says Sabrina under 20.5 PRA. We're on her fantasy. Do you mind her PRA?
Yeah, the PRA is still fine. I know a lot of sites are moving her down to 19.5. The biggest reason why we were looking at the fantasy more so is just she's struggling with running the point guard right now. So she's coming with a lot of turnovers and not really getting many defensive stats. The steals, we haven't seen any kind of stocks at her this season. So mostly we're just looking for whatever the highest possible line is to bank on her continuing not to play heavy minutes. And this isn't exactly a great matchup for blocks and steals either. I think Vegas is like bottom 5 in steals per game. So, I mean, unless Chelsea Gray just literally hands her the ball, I don't foresee her just picking up random stats like that. And most of the time, too, just assuming that she's probably guarding Gray here, if whoever the other person is passing to Gray hasn't had many turnovers in that. I mean, she's got really, really great ball handles, and most of the time, too, it's been like, from Asia kind of kicking it out to her. So Asia not really turning the ball over that much either. Yeah, the PRA is fine though. We like the fantasy just for the higher line in general.
Cordero says, Johannes over 1.5 threes, and thank you guys for hitting the like. We're only 19 away. 19 away. We could do it. Johannes over threes. Man, she is not playing many minutes. How do you feel about relying on her hitting 2 threes? I mean, I know that's all she does, but you think she can get 2? Or you want her 4.5 points, huh?
I'm taking the points. Yeah, there's no way you can consider, because she's obviously strictly almost a 3-point shooter, like 100%. She's at baked in 4.5 points just for her, that's 2 buckets. That's literally a 3 and then whatever free throws, whatever mid-range. I mean, this is 2 buckets right there. The threes could be a little bit more subjective. I mean, it is a great spot for that, but hit rating wise, I could not talk myself into playing the threes over just the straight up points, which I know you and I kind of talked about a little bit. Debatable list, potential, if you will. 4.5 points is insanely low, like unbelievably low. I don't even care how many minutes she's playing. I mean, that is factually 2 buckets for her.
Yeah, they're just putting those crazy, shitty, juicy shit on it. Shitty, juicy shit on it. They're putting all that juice on it, though. Those slimy bookies, man, try to get you to play on minus 175, and then they're thinking in their mind, there's a little chance she doesn't get there. So then they roll with that. They might be thinking Sabrina's going to play more today.
Also, oddly enough, if you go and look back from last season, she did not clear her threes in any of the games, but she cleared her points in 2 out of the 3 of them. So that's a little weird, but yeah, I do like the points, though. 4.5, 5.5. Not too mad at that.
Asper Decor says, how does the worst team in the league blow out another team? Anyway, I don't get it, but I bet it anyway. LOL. Hey!
You gotta do it.
Yeah, we decided no money lines. We banned the money lines this season. We banned the spreads. And we actually did it last season. We forgot. In the first week or 2, right? It reminded us real quick. No more of that. Wasn't that funny? I totally forgot it. We banned it, and then it got us a couple of times, and we just quit. So have fun, Asprey Decor, but you shouldn't. Tyson Walker says, should I take Citron tomorrow? Ooh, Citron. You like that 14.5 E, or you like an alt?
Yeah, if you're going to play her now. The 14.5 on Prizepicks is quite generous, and I think she might even be on Parlay Play as well.
Parlay Play. We love Parlay Play. Yeah. It's so nice and yellow.
Yeah, if you're debating on playing her, I would play her now. Do not wait until the game starts tonight or whenever more juice starts coming on. Yeah, this is going to 15.5. Real good chance of that.
Yeah. Do you want to make it official or not? I know you're like, well, underrated doesn't like overs. So if I go over, that means if it misses, then we're going to look at me. But no, I'm with it, bro. If you want to do it, let's do it. If you're feeling it.
Bro, she has been good, man. I mean, the fact that even just the fact that she was able to put up 21 on the road, mind you, not even back at the house, on the road, very difficult environment. She was cool, calm, and collective the whole time. I mean, really just unfazed by the whole thing down the stretch. Now, granted, she had a pretty high amount of free throws. I don't know if that necessarily is going to be the same outcome. But before the stretch of the fourth quarter, where she had 4 or 6 free throws in a row because they had to. Well, they had to because Miles kind of screwed the game up there.
Don't say that about Miles.
we were still looking good, at least with the 15 line. So if we're going to play it, I think it needs to be now, not playing the 15.5. There's not really a hit rating difference, but we did see we did see sometimes here Gabby the other day, perfect example. She was at 15.5 points and everyone was like, oh, why not play the 15.5? And she ended the game with 15. So it doesn't always matter, but if we can pick and choose battles like this, sometimes it really matters.
Oh yeah. No, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Well,
we might have to do it, man. Honestly,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not. That is really low.
She's been nice.
Yeah, she's been really good. And the other thing you could add on top is Amor's been kind of handling the ball a little bit more potential, so might give Sonia a little bit of more usage as far as giving a crap about scoring. I think that's why her scoring's been up. Her assist's been down. I was even thinking under the assists, but 3.5's a little scary if she decides that she wants to do that, and if they bench Amor for whatever reason, it could get scary. But look at her potentials, bro. She hasn't.
Yeah, 3 last game.
Yeah, she's just been playing normal stand outside shooting guard stuff. Off ball, as you would say.
This one did stand out also for the fact that we know her usage and Shakira Austin usage. Those two eat into each other's just overall field goal volume all the time. I mean, it was only one sample size, but you can see the game without Shakira. She really snapped off. So if we assume Shakira is going to see another, really difficult scoring-wise matchup, they're just going to have to go to the wing players a little bit more. And also, Cody, if I'm not mistaken, she snapped off this last game.
Yeah, she did pretty good.
Yeah. So this was another just kind of weird, I think, external factor that happens because, I mean, this is not a normal thing for her. She was feeling herself. She was, 4 of 4 from 3, 5 of 9 from the field. So she was 4 of 4 from 3, 1 of 5 from the floor. Very lucky. Now, granted, yes, this is still the 3-point matchup that we would be looking for, but take away this, and, I mean, that might be a little bit extra usage for her as well because normally she doesn't play that many minutes, and she got some more run this last game. It's a tempting prop, man. We might have to official that one, honestly, before it moves.
Funny you say that. I was over here typing it on the list.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get a little bit of that. Let's do a little bit of that.
So what sites is it available?
Well, you should be able to get that on any kind of books, but it is on Prizepicks, so everyone's got that.
So we'll just write PP. And everyone knows PP's the worst, so it should be other places too. And we will call it, what's the payout though? It's a little payout ding, right?
No, so a full, that's her line is 14.5. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay.
This is regular line.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm going to play it with you. Let's get it. Good old Washington. Can you do it again? Or are you going to go and play with Minnesota and get smoked? That is the only scary part to me. But 14.5 is low, so let's do it. All right, guys, you got our likes all the way up to 55. We only need 14 more. I think we can do it. Logan says, what up, though? I love it. What up, though?
What up?
Let's see. I don't know how to say this one, but I'm going to say Facta? IDF? What's cracking, homies? Thanks for the help, my boys.
What up, dude? Hey, what's good? I love that we have so many new faces in here, too, honestly. Just feels good in the old heart.
Yeah, it's fun. Keep winning. They keep coming. You win it, you build it, they will come. We got to win. We got to keep winning. KG says, how do you think Just Cash account with Discord so I can get my access? Oh, how do you link? This is how, sir. If you go to the description, you will see a Discord link and you will see a WhOp link. You can go either way, but if you want to hit the Discord link, once you get into the Discord, it'll bring you to the welcome room, and the welcome room will explain how to do it. So that's probably the easiest way. So just hit the Discord link in the description. And we do have our full WNBA season-long pass now at a discounted price, since the season is 1/3 of the way over. So if you want to hit that up, that is there as well. Tyson says, should I take Citron? Olivia Miles points, Clark points, and Gusto points. Big Meg. So Miles, Citron, Caitlin Clark, I'm assuming, and Big Meg.
Yeah, Clark, I think it is fun. Are we talking alts or full game stuff?
Not sure. He just says, should I take? So I guess just your thoughts on those players and their lines and how they relate.
Yeah. Clark is a little bit more elevated now, coming off of a few more consistent performances. It's still a great spot for her, so I would at least think that it should be business as usual. Mac being out could make things a little bit more complicated. I know the game was close for a majority of it, but it ended up kind of being a blowout down the stretch there. So no Mac. Maybe we don't see Boston quite as contained as she was this last game, and things could be a little bit more hairy in that aspect. But her threes also still at 2.5. We talked about that last time. I still think that is a totally acceptable play. Probably a lower line now to Sweat than usual. Her PA is like 30.5. I'm good on that personally. Her lines are just getting really high up there. I know it's Caitlin Clark, but there is going to be some time where we're going to hit that plateau and just kind of level out. So with her, I think it's a fine play. What were the other ones? There was a couple. Sorry, Citron
that we just talked about. Miles and Big Meg.
Yeah. Now, Meg is a lot more appealing with possibility of no Carla. I think that one, not a bad one. I mean, Carla's been dealing with this injury off and on all season long now. So that one, we could see her sit too, and you're going to snap up some really good value. The only one... What was the other one? Sorry.
Miles. Yep.
Yeah. Miles, I kind of like. If they're playing that off-ball movement like she did this last game, I mean, she had a lot of open looks and a lot of chances to get at the basket. Their second unit, especially, she was cooking them the whole time. I mean, they could not stop her. Betts was just watching her walk up layups. Shakira not really doing much in that aspect either. If they play them the same, I think that Olivia could easily get another 20 points. No problem. And a little cherry on top, if you will. I know Washington is doing better now, but for most of the season, they were like top 4 in free throws allowed per game. Mm-hmm. They're doing better now, but we know that that regression can always rear its ugly head. So there could be some free throw upside to be had here for Miles as well. I mean, we saw it this last game.
They probably, the free throws probably went down a little with Austin and Kiki out for a few games. That's all. They're back.
Yeah. So three free throws. I think there's a little bit more on the table that we could have. That was actually an underperformance for her kind of atypical.
Yeah, I mean, the cat's out of the bag. Everyone's on it. If Olivia's in the game, Big Miles, they're gonna be paying attention to her. You saw what Golden State did, so we'll see how she does. See if she gets through all this. Kevin Stark says, Undercity, baby! Undercity. Jermaine says, Asia always kills me. Everyone, I play her on PP. He says, Asia Wilson's field goal attempts under on Prize Picks tonight. Looking sexy. Asia Wilson field goal attempts under. We're at 57 likes, guys. We need 12. We can do it.
Yeah, let's talk about Asia here, and she's always a scary click to take an under on, but
yeah, unless you're big too.
You're right. Yeah, second half unders maybe. That's when we know she's not cooking. The scoring stuff for her is pretty tough, man. I mean, last season she really struggled in this matchup. Why is this not showing me all the data? Yeah, I mean, we had a couple games in here that was pretty nasty. I think she got hurt in this game, if I'm not mistaken, but the game where she played healthy, it was not so pretty. Now, the field goal attempts is still pretty high. I mean, 18 is really high. That's a full point, almost a full point higher than what her season average is.
You said it's looking sexy. Sounds like you think it might be looking sexy too, a little bit. Big 2 wants it.
Why is there even juice on the over 17.5? That's weird.
I think they probably just think in these big games they go to her more. I don't know. That's all I can think of.
It's not bad. I mean, that's really high. That's really high. Yeah, I don't think there's any denying that. That's a high line for her.
He's mulling it over, folks. He's mulling it over.
Is it a good play? I don't know if I can necessarily say that, but I think it's a fine play.
It's 18.5 or 18 flat. 18 flat.
Yeah, 18 flat on Prizepicks, 17.5 on Underdog.
Man. Yeah, Asia unders, man. Damn. I don't know, bro. Good luck if you decide to take it. It definitely could hit. It is on the high side. Tori's here. What up? He says Sabrina under first half PRA at 10.5. Tori looking at the first half, first quarter style plays. Let's see what he got for us. He says first half Sabrina under 10.5. That is a little bit of a better value. But do we want to spread it out over the whole game, or do we think she does less in the first half?
So it's actually the opposite of that, and I think bookies kind of know that. Let's look at her again here. So reminder, 21 minutes here. See 21, 30, 27, 25, and then go to the first half. So we had 11 minutes. She played, almost 11 here. 14 minutes that last time, 12 and 13. She's getting a little bit more run in the first half, and then it kind of seems like from there, coach is deciding how much down the stretch is she going to continue to play her. Even the first game back, I mean, she played 15 out of the 20 minutes, so she would be playing, if everything here continues the same, a little bit more minutes in the first half. Production still, I mean, it's been bad all around, but you can see here even in like the Washington game. So she had 8 PRA first half, ends the game with 13. She's being more productive in the second half, but the minutes are at least a little bit more so in the first half. I think it's a fine play. Honestly, she's not 100%. We're just kind of banking on that to be the same thing for this game. And if we're going to be cooked, it'll probably happen in the first half. So we should know early.
I don't want to be cooked. Stanley says, what you think about Lloyd 3-pointers made? What you smiling about over there, too? I see you looking over there.
I'm seeing people being a little sad faced about Harry Kane. He got 3 shots, but he could not muster up the 4th.
The Taco Man?
Yeah, so he got the taco and then missed the regular line.
Oh,
that sucks, man.
Yeah, at least he got the taco for some people.
True.
People always just have something to say, start crying. Frustration, man. That was me yesterday. I was about to break everything in my house.
Are we getting full payouts on Sabrina here for that first half? 0.85.
Hey, you know what I was thinking though, E? You know how I'm always the one that kind of tries to keep it together and not show the emotions when we lose or whatever? Yesterday, you know what I figured out? I think because I do that so many times, when it actually does happen, I go crazy! it builds up, and then I was just so mad yesterday. I was like, okay, and then I try to type normal, but I can't. And then John's like, hey, it's gonna be okay, bro, and I'm like, no, it's not. That is so funny. Oh boy. Okay. What do you think about Lloyd's? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked about Lloyd. I think she's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I would play the 3s over the points. I was going to say, though, this is kind of weird. Prizepicks, for whatever reason, does not have a first half board today where Underdog does. So that could be a little bit inherent value there.
That's weird.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I must say one game slates are pretty boring, but at the same time, we get to chill on the stream a little more. There's not a rush to get everything in. There's not a million plays to make, so we're chilling. Johannes, possible sleeper over 6 points. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. She's actually 4.5 points in a few places. So pretty interesting. Watt says Young over. Jackie over 23.5 PA. You were looking at Jackie. You liked her points. We didn't quite put it on the list, but what do you think about her PA?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, both of them look really solid. The playmaking from her has been nice all season. Mm-hmm. The heads up, let me refamiliarize. Yeah, the heads up looked a little bit nasty, but that was, things are a little bit different this season between her and Gray. I like the scoring potential. I mean, I think easily we're looking at 15 plus points here, but needing the assist to kind of come over the top, could be somewhat sweaty. I like her though. I mean, she's looked great with Carter being out. Most of this stuff is coming from points, but still, it makes sense.
Logan says Nalissa over 4.5 field goals made. And he also says Satu 5 3-pointers attempted, like you said. So we like that one, Logan, the 3 points attempted for sure. What about Nalissa field goals made?
It's at 4.5?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't remember what her full game points were. She's still 10.5, 11.5.
11.5, yeah.
Field goal made. Nah, I probably just rolled the straight points for that one because okay, so you need 5 points or 5 field goal made. Assume that's just 10 points flat right there. If she gets an and one, if she gets any kind of free throws, that's going to put you up over the top. Yeah, I would do the straight up points, honestly. 10.5 if you can find that one, which it is on Underdog.
Okay, makes sense. Khadijah says, I've been on a generational losing streak 8 days straight. No! Now losing by 1 on my 4-leg parlays. I do every day. Even my 2-man's literally by 1 assist, rebound, or points. Shaking my head. Need a shake back. Hey, we've all been there before. It just happens sometimes. What do you think, E? I mean, my personal thing I would say is if you're having bad luck like that, just roll back to the 2 picks. Don't play any 4 picks for a while and try to just get some wins back. Put your money down a little bit, so it doesn't hurt if you do lose again. And before you know it, you'll be back winning. Just play a little bit less money, I'd say. And stay away from the 4 legs. Because I know you be doing the rebound plays, the rebound alts and stuff like that. I think it's best to just try to do 2 picks. And find the
2 picks for sure.
2 picks for sure, and then find the right sites that have the best payouts. So make sure you have all the sites or as many as you can in your state. Make sure you find the best payout because you're going to be making a lot of bets and they're going to add up. Make sure you get the best price. That's my advice to that.
There is, I would say, if you're going to make a couple, you could have a few fairly straightforward ones, like, Chelsea Gray 6+ assists with the Jackie 15+. That's looking at like a -122. I know FanDuel is giving out some boosts and stuff today as well. And I think Sleeper is right.
30% boost on Sleeper, which comes out to being like just being on the books. But if you don't have books, you got to try to take advantage of that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it's not a nationwide. We all have the same opportunities with the same books. That would be nice. Yeah. I broke my windows because of that yesterday. California sucks. California's trash. Yeah. Okay. Ross John says, Ionescu bounce back time, baby. He's on the Sabrina side of it. I could see it happening though, man. Like it's one day she's gonna come out and be Sabrina, and we're all gonna get messed up here. So just don't go too big on the unders. If you're on her unders today, John, thanks for reminding us of that because it's very possible. Asper Decor agrees. He says it might be Sabrina bounce back time today. Sick Track says, Sabali 3 2-pointers made on Prizepicks. 3 2-pointers made. That doesn't sound too difficult. But at the same time, we're on her 3-point attempted, so that might be kind of the reason why her 2-pointers look low, I would assume.
Yeah, her 2-point volume is very down this season. I mean, it's night and day from last year. She's being asked to shoot threes. I mean, there's no doubt about that. The design that New York just runs is all about the threes, and it's something that for her it's not anything that they're asking differently that we've seen out of Satu. I mean, last season she's been really solid about this, but the two's kind of tricky. And this isn't exactly the game to operate in as far as like, you can look from last season. So again, last season being very different from what we had, but her 2-point production here looks a little bit different from her 3-point production. And this season, this is the way you attack Vegas from 3, not inside the paint.
Doki Yoki. JT Paul says, y'all didn't get lucky yesterday. We try again. He must have been looking at Mabry on top of the list.
Yeah, man. That was some nonsense, bro. We had that game in the bag in the first half, and Atlanta coach is just a moron.
Yeah, she only had 11. It looked exactly like we thought. What was the other unlucky play we had? I mean, we won 8 and lost 4, so I wouldn't say it was an unlucky day overall. It was fine, but our favorite plays, Mabry was unlucky, and there was one other one that we really liked that didn't come through. Do you remember?
Well, I mean, we got the hook in both directions. One with Enrique, who just doesn't play the entire second half, basically. And then, I mean, Skylar, we're getting blown out by Connecticut. Are we so serious?
Yeah, and she had 2 assists in like the beginning of the game, first half of the first quarter. What was there was one other play though that was annoying that that felt really good that lost. I forget what it was now. Either way,
Reese.
Oh yeah, that's the one I liked too much. I liked Angel. I played Angel too much. I thought she had that for us in that matchup, but foul trouble came. Fear nothing said. He felt it with us. We're at 60 likes, guys. We need 9 more. I know we can do it. It's gonna be wonderful. Smash the like for the boy. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Fact that IDF says. Thanks, man. Logan says, JJ 11 rebounds plus assists. JJRA, what do you think?
If she stays out of foul trouble, she should be pretty solid with it. The assists, again, that's going to be a little bit more fluid game to game with them kind of working players back in. She's been solid on the glass. I mean, they are going to need her. They are absolutely going to need her out there.
Okay. Bank of Dennis. He sounds like me. He says Sabrina under assists, liked 4.5 underline, has moved to 3.5 for plus 130 now. It has moved. It's still 4.5 in a few spots, I believe. But he's liking the under assists. I'm with you, bro. I think it's just as good of a play as the fantasy or anything with Sabrina. King Dre comes next. He says Satu under PRA. Ooh, Satu under is going to be a little scary, I think, just because she's starting now, right? Her minutes might be up. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Random side note, Citron and Sabrina already bumped on Prizepicks, so hope you guys got it.
Ah, Sabrina! Citron! Okay.
Yeah, I would be careful with Satu. With her being as a starter now, that changes things quite a bit. Her minutes are way up now.
Okay. Aspie Decor says, I bet live and pregame. I recommend betting on blowouts pregame. How do you know if it's a blowout pregame? Teehee. Aspie Decor says, do more straights and low bet parlays. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I didn't say do straights when Khadijah said that, but I assume she has to play on fantasy sites because she's saying 2-mans. But maybe not. If you are on books, yeah, I definitely recommend betting straight whenever you can. For sure. Find the best line, bet straight, you'll come out on top in the end. Way higher probability doing it that way in the long run. Let's see. Draco says, I highly doubt that. I don't know what he's speaking of, but I'm sure it was funny. Draco says, AJ over first quarter. Who's AJ?
Assuming Asia.
Asia over first quarter?
Nah, I'd probably pass on that one.
Pass.
Okay.
She's gonna have to either hit an N1 in here or hit a 3. I don't know if she's gonna make 4 buckets in the first half or in the first quarter, for that matter.
All right. C Dot says, "Hey guys, hey C Dot." He says, "How do you feel about the Beast Stewart taco at 12.5 points? We posted it in the Discord." And also, C Dot, I have a bone to pick with you, sir. I didn't see your normal comment at the beginning of our stream, buddy. You're in trouble. I didn't like that. Just kidding. Good to see you.
Yes, Stewie's good. I mean, I would be unbelievably shocked if she misses. We've only missed that twice this season.
Mr. Kane says Nalissa Smith 17.5. I'm assuming PR.
That might be her PRA. Oh yeah, it's got to be the PR now. Better spot for her on court matchup, but again, they don't have the bodies necessarily to run a smaller lineup, so she could just have to be out there by default. If Carter was back, I might have a little bit more hesitation because they could run a small lineup here and just try and beat New York from the outside. She's going to be needed. I mean, there's no doubt she's going to have to go out there and guard more than likely Stewart, but if Coach puts Nalissa on JJ, things get a little bit weirder because JJ, she's a three-point shooter between the bigs. Stewie does not take any three-pointers, and you would assume Asia is going to cover JJ, and I'm going to at least go into the dark or blind into this game, assuming the same thing. But just know, if Nalissa Smith is covering JJ, things are going to get real weird.
Okay. King Dre says, I did under RA for her. I believe he's speaking of Sabali. So he went under her RA. Good luck, man. Good luck. And Khadijah says, and the last comment of the stream, and we'll get out of here. She says, I mainly only play on Onyx odds and prize picks. And did you go over the Nalissa rebounds? I didn't hear that part. And if you have Onyx odds and there's two different styles. There's a fantasy version of Onyx odds that's terrible that I'm in California and subjected to, and it's gross. Or it's the good Onyx odds. And you can play straight bets. And if you can, I would definitely recommend trying to play straight bets. If you're feeling pissed off about your parlays, that's for sure. Nalissa Smith rebound. Yeah, do you agree?
Yeah, the 5.5 I think is still very fine play. The scoring upside for her could be a little bit suspect, but she's been consistent with it. She's an okay play today. I mean, assuming she just gets her normal run today, or normal run like we've seen the last couple games, there's nothing that's telling us that she should not be out there, at least for a majority of the time. Matchup-wise, New York is still better, or a good team inside defending the paint, so there is that. But, yeah, she's a solid play today. I do like the rebounds, though. Might be a lot of threes going up in this game.
Okay. And Khadijah says I'm on the good Onyx odds. So, hey, I am dreaming of having Onyx odds account in California. So, yeah, you got a good one there. I would play that a lot. I would take advantage of that one. You can make good money on that one. Skip. But also, they do have good alts, too. So, play straight plays, though, a lot of times. It'd probably work out better in the end. Just and word to the wise.
Be a part of the Discord, too. We can't stress that enough. We got a lot of people live betting in there, and we've been cleaning up with that.
Oh, yeah. You could do Onyx odds live betting. Oh, boy. We're about to get to that, hopefully, tonight.
Yeah.
All right. That's the last one. For today, then? That's it. We're at 62 likes, guys. We only need 7 more. We're going to get to it. Hopefully, the people watching it back a little bit later, because the game's not till later. I mean, they've got a good amount of people here for only one game, so it's good to go. And C-Dot did the comment for me. Thank you, sir. He said hit the like button, smash the hype button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. Underrated and E Just Cash are the WNBA GOATs. Let's go, C-Dot. All right. Good, E?
Appreciate it. Yeah. Appreciate that, big dog. We got 4 games tomorrow, so we're going to be back to business, back to streaming as usual. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Again, be a part of the Discord, 7-day free trials. Come check it out. Good luck tonight, fam, and we'll catch y'all back here later tomorrow, all right? Peace.
Just Cash.
Fuck you, Prizepicks! I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks! I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks! I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks!
But I'm had enough.